Hello guys, I'm Bipin from Nepal.
And I'm Anahita from India.
In this video, we are talking about the educational problem that are in Nepal and India, as well as we are talking about the solutions.
So the population of India is currently at 1.21 billion people, and it currently holds 17.3% of the world's entire population. It is an extremely large population, just like a neighboring country, Nepal.
In Nepal, we have 27 million population, and among 37, 2 million population is living off-road. So, like India, we also have, being a very small country, we also have large population, very large growing rate. Uh, that leads to huge educational problem like India. We have kind of educational problem. Nepal, being a very small landlocked country, we have large populations of 27 million, and among 27 million, 2 million people are living abroad. And we have very high population growth rate like India. We are also facing the same educational problem.
Population in both the countries, India and Nepal, results in the government being extremely ignorant of the value of each individual's life. Due to this, the quality of education reduces greatly, and individuals in India and Nepal both do not have a sufficient quality of education. Extremely informative and international boards such as the IB are not provided by the state governments but are provided only by extremely expensive private schools, which therefore renders it completely useless.
We have inequality in education because large number of population is living in the countryside and very few percentage of total populations are living in the city areas. So those population who are living in the city areas has better income than the people from the countryside. So those who has the good income, good economical power, so they send their children to the good private school, good to school who offer IB, A level, good education system. So the countryside people are very backward in education, very very are not getting good opportunities. So we find that mostly in Nepal and India. So this is the main problem there. There is a very big gap between the richer and poorer. So the question is that how we bridge the gap between richer and poorer in these two countries.
Main solutions that I can think of right now, which are specific to our countries, are communication and media. If there's more communication worldwide, if there's more communication with different countries to India and Nepal, there will be a wider international knowledge, and therefore students will know that there are more opportunities out there and there are more opportunities to look forward to. And therefore, I feel like communication will play a major role. One of the main aspects that could help boost the communication in both India and Nepal is the media. If news channels, if newspapers, if magazines were to offer and to tell us more not only about international news but were to spread knowledge about educational boards like the IB and other such things, I feel like our education system would be a wider platform and would be able to absorb so much more knowledge.
The main the solution that I think is the international curriculum system in Nepal and India as well, because the international curriculum make us more international, more broad, more knowledgeable than those curriculum we are having now, because our present curriculums are kind of very traditional, very conservative, and not so knowledgeable. So if we have the international type of curriculum, then we can talk about the international issue. We can think about the good education system, and we can think about the progress. We can think about the development. So the international education system is very important for the country like Nepal and India. Okay, encouraging the young teachers is also one of the solution for those problems, because in our generations, what I think is, if the person who is from 60s and 80s, if he taught us, then we feel kind of uncomfortable. We feel kind of very congested in the classroom. But if we have the teacher from our generation, a very young teacher, then he can make us more energetic one. We can more. So we can be more interactive with him. If we can do more communication thing, we can do more project in the class, we can make our education system better and fruitful for the nation.
Other solutions that both of us came up with, and one of the most important ones was public and private partnerships. if a public school that doesn't have those good resources was to be supported by a private school, it would collaborate together really well. And if we were to take that on a larger scale, public and private partnerships, public and private companies merging together would really help improve the educational resources of both India and Nepal. Secondly, another solution that we came up was the monitoring bodies. If there was an independent monitoring body that was to look over the educational facilities in India and Nepal, it would greatly help in encouraging and increasing the stability of our system, and will also make it more apt and will actually benefit our countries greatly. In India, we have a program called Teach for India, which basically collects teachers from different parts of our country and helps educate and train these teachers so that they can teach children on the street. So supposing you're one day walking by on a street in India, you probably find like a group of children who are sitting by the side of the road, but there's an educated teacher over there to help these children learn more. Such organizations are really bringing our community together, and therefore we encourage you guys to have more organizations such as these.
Okay, like we can do theater service to encourage the student to come in the school or encourage the parents to send their children to the school.
Okay, so now it's your turn to bring a change to your community.
Okay, thank you guys for watching this video.